Don't you know, many fighters have been killed by the Starfighter.
Well, you know, they're all getting second chances in Super, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god,
No.
you would not believe what they did with Roshi in this recent episode.
Nah, I'm a little behind. I know there's a big deal with him. Should you tell me, or should I just find out for myself?
No, I'll tell you, because I wanted to share with you.
Alright, everybody,
Super
let's see
time.
how I react to this. What did you do?
Well, okay, so a few weeks back, you must have heard about Roshi causing some buzz. Well, in this fight, I was actually curious myself, because I wasn't caught up to Super at that point. I was a few episodes behind. But then when I caught up, because the word on the street was that, oh yeah, this was a really good episode. And then I remember Z saying, like, oh, this was a terrible episode. And, you know, I kind of leaned more towards Z because he's, you know, more objective about
Hardcore?
this. Well, that too, but about Dragon Ball. So I watched the episode for myself, and I could say this episode was shit. I don't know why people are really praising it as good, because last week's episode, well, I say last week's, like a few days ago episode, actually makes it makes the wrongdoings of it even more apparent.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so the episode, what happened with Master Roshi, he fought 3 different opponents, one at a time, but when people were saying, oh yeah, he's doing all these tribute through all the things he's done in the original Dragon Ball. But yeah, it would have been a good tribute if he did it in fucking order. But he doesn't, because the very first thing is that he buffs up to intimidate this other girl character. So, you know, like, that was the first thing Roshi did. He, like, intimidated somebody, you know, when he turned to do the Kamehameha to, you know, take out the fire of the castle. And the second thing he does is the evil containment wave, which should have been reserved for the very end of the episode, not in the fucking middle. Because he uses it against this other character in order to suck her up, and then, you know, throw her out of the ring. So, naturally, if you're using the evil containment wave, that should have done something to your health, or to your spirit.
Yeah.
So, but he just kind of walks it off like nothing's happening, and then the third person, that's where all the trouble comes in, because he fights this character whose name I don't remember, or just so throwaways, that his power was that, oh, as time passes, he gets more powerful, which is vague as fuck of how... So Roshi was struggling with this, but the dumbest moment happens when Goku is there, fighting this other person, and he's not even transformed, by the way. He's just like regular black-haired Goku, you know, like how he always was. So Goku's fighting, he's like, and he's like concerned for Master Roshi, and he's like so stuck in his fight as if he couldn't escape from it at any point. So he's struggling and all this shit. And Master Roshi beats the guy, and he looked like he was going to die. But then now, when Roshi's gonna like hit the floor, Goku decides, oh, I'll turn blue now to go to his side. When he could have done that at any point or instant transmission. He could have done anything. And then Goku does the unthinkable.
What?
Goku revives Master Roshi exactly the same way as Dragon Ball Evolution.
By shooting?
By shooting ki energy into his chest.
Kamehameha?
Not a Kamehameha, but he did shoot a ki, like, energy into his chest to bring Master Roshi back. And the whole episode is thinking, like, you know, this episode would have meaning if Master Roshi actually died, but he didn't. And guess what happened a few days ago in Super?
No, what now?
Well, before that, there was a whole episode of Tien, Piccolo, and Gohan being sniped by this other guy, but it was not a good episode of Hunter x Hunter, let's put it that way.
Oh, man, they all got, oh, man.
They're still in there. Well, except Tien. Tien got shitted on.
Of course he fucking did.
Yeah. So, anyways, the most recent episode with Master Roshi. Oh, this time Master Roshi's getting hit by Frost, and it looks like he's going to die because he does the evil containment wave 2 times in that fucking episode. The first one failed against Frost because he messed up his aiming. He couldn't keep him the bottle. And then Frost takes the bottle, so Master Roshi busts out another bottle to try to evil contain wave like that robot from that other arc, you know, from the tournament. And then Frost jumps in the middle, does a reverse evil containment wave, and tries to suck in Vegeta in it, which he does. But then Master Roshi's like, oh, I'm so tired, and then he does like one little tiny ki blast to break the bottle so he can set Vegeta free, and then Vegeta saves Master Roshi's life. Meanwhile, Goku is stuck fighting some other person, which he could have done the same shit again, turn blue into transmission into Master Roshi's side, whatever. But this time, they really make it seem like, oh, Master Roshi's gonna die, but then like, no, we gave him a sensu beam, but he's out of the tournament now. So I'm like, it was just a stupid episode, really.
Sounds like it's all over the damn place.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm wondering how people are feeling now. Like, 2 weeks ago, they were praising the hell out of that episode, and then now it's like you basically got the same thing, but it's not done well either.
I mean, the only time Goku ever did that kind of shit was in the movies. Where they just say, hey, we can transform, but we're obviously just building it up, to pace things out. Maybe they don't want to reserve their energy, but so Goku is like base level, and he just immediately, what? That's pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless. It's just that I don't know, like the way whenever they think of good ideas to do for some dramatic tension, it always falls flat, and that's the reason why Super, which is the answer to our question now, because what does Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball do better than Super when it comes to dramatic tension? No one has fucking died yet or gotten in real stakes. I mean, yeah, with the whole tournament and with if you want to include the whole God of Destruction Beerus, all tension went away the moment he threw the little piece of Earth, because like, I destroyed Earth, now we shall go, Whis. And then basically you could bait him with food, to get him on his good side. So all that tension is gone. And then with Resurrection F, yeah, Piccolo got shot, and I think he quote unquote died in Super, but we'll just get to Namek and get those Dragon Balls instead. And then also the moment where the tension could have built up, it's all reversed because like Whis like, oh, I can reverse time for a few seconds. So don't mess up this time, Goku.
Like, the Dragon Balls are kind of bad enough themselves, but, like, the fact that they're making up other things now, like, it's like they're pushing the envelope even more with that, to the point where, like, you can't even have tension within a short film like that,
Yeah, and then the tension with the whole, like, Universe 7, Universe 6 tournament was the whole that, we're gonna move planet Earth somewhere else, which doesn't really specify the dangers. Like, what if if they were implying that if the Earth gets sent to another point in another galaxy, it would just cause it to implode on itself or something like that. But no, there's no real danger. I mean, yeah, we see characters get their asses kicked, but by that point, and they could just spam Dragon. Admittedly, they only use the Dragon Balls to find out about the Super Dragon Balls, but even then, the idea that there is Super Dragon Balls that can grant anything, which technically the stakes should be, the stakes got higher with the Zama's arc with Goku Black, but even then I just didn't like the idea how the characters were able to like get the fuck out of there with time traveling, like, easily without worrying about Goku Black chasing them or going to them. They just basically had a get out of jail free cards a lot in that arc, and then now we go to this current arc with Super, where even the tournament rules state, oh, you cannot kill characters, otherwise you'll be disqualified. And then
yeah, I mean they're upping the ante, but somehow the stakes are less.
Ironically, despite the characters being more powerful than ever and having so many people in one location, enemies on all sides, nothing really bad has happened other than that character got shitted on. Oh, whoopee-doo. No improvement here.
Yeah, same old. That's my biggest issue, is I think there are a lot of good ideas, but it really mostly just feels like kind of underdeveloped fan fiction.
Super like plays it too safe.
Yeah, Dragon Ball safe. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah. There is no tension.
No.
What danger is there? Because I'm trying to think. Have all the villains done something? Managed to kill Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, the only time a new villain managed to kill a character was Goku Black killing a future Bulma.
That's true.
Yeah, well, then technically everybody did die in Trunks' universe, but even then it was, I don't know, it didn't feel right, especially with the. Maybe because there was a certain woman character having a relationship with another character that made me kind of feel like distracted throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it's very, very possible.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think that makes any sense.
No.
But I don't know, there was some stuff going. To be honest, I don't remember too much about the Zama's arc, even though that should be like a pinnacle of Super, but I just don't remember.
I mean, it was interesting, but you're right. It feels like it's kind of forgotten.
Yeah, because it should be more interesting because of the whole bringing it back to the whole god aesthetic, something we don't really explore, the Supreme Kais, and then judging humanity. That no, we must watch over them and guide them. We can't interfere, but then it just doesn't go right.
No, they definitely touch on bigger things for sure. I mean, there are some interesting thematic elements with some of the side characters, like the different worlds, but they never really go that deep, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to. Yeah, because from what I remember, all the other villains have done something else to show their evilness and the danger. Because Dodoria and Zarvan, they kill people. Nappa shows up, he kills people. Radix shows up, he kills main character and kidnaps the child. Tears up Piccolo's arm, and then before that we had Demon King Piccolo, who killed Krillin and then went on a manhunt. And Reverend Army, I mean, you saw the people being oppressed already with Snow in her village and the whole Muscle Tower incident, and then obviously with Mercenary Tao. So, yeah, it really comes down to that maybe the different factor is that Dragon Ball Super, the story is too centered on themselves and not the villains actually attacking the civilians or the populace of the world. Because they clearly shown that in the other ones. They don't really feel heroic. I guess that's the best way to put it. Because it's too direct with each other. And
True.
that and it's kind of repeating too much of itself. Because Battle of the Gods was new, but then Resurrection F, it's like that Frieza saga, that time when Frieza and King Cold came, but this time done differently. And then it's like the future Trunks arc, only if it was it wasn't the androids, but a different villain. And now we got the tournament. It's like it's like that tournament we had in this series earlier, but just much bigger.
Yeah, you're right. They're basically just recycling old arcs at this point.
Yeah. I thought this podcast was gonna be about about the fatigue of being a YouTuber and how we're trying to rekindle our spirits, but now it's just become the typical Dragon Ball rant.
Well, you know what we always say, Hero. It always comes back to Dragon Ball.
Oh,